Good morning. I slept really good. That's a positive. I got out of the tent to go to the bathroom and I was just swarmed with mosquitoes. It was horrible. I was trying to let my insoles dry out overnight. The orthotic was sliding forward in one of them, which made it really hard to walk comfortably. So I cut the edge of it and then moved it back, and the other insole is just coming apart. So I've tried to duct tape them. However, as you can see, with it being wet, the duct tape does not want to stick. So I'm gonna hope that maybe we have a little bit of dry for a little bit today, and just the pressure of my foot on top of them will get them to stick. But yeah, this mosquito stuff is just not sustainable. I have bites all over my butt currently. Yeah, that's it. I'm ready to make some coffee. It's 7 a.m. This is the mosquito net, bug net on my head. My stomach's kind of not great today. I've already had to go dig a hole a second time. I think it's probably like all the mosquito bites are sending my body into some kind of shock. I don't know. Hollywood is out there wearing full on like plastic clothing that they can't bite through. Man, I may have to wear my rain jacket today and think of that. That'd be so hot, but it would keep them from biting through it. I guess I'm about to get out of my tent, finish packing up, cover myself in DEET, maybe drink a couple shots of DEET, sweat it out, keep them off me. And I guess I'm wearing this dang bug net today, even though it messes with my vision a little bit. I got the net on, I'm covered in bug spray. We were sitting here talking about how this is just going to be such a wonderful day. It's just not starting out that way. And I know some of you are going to be like, don't complain. But you know, this is the reality. And if you don't want to see the reality, sorry, that's what this is. Then we realized we're going to hit 1,000 miles in about 9 miles. And Hollywood said, it's going to be so great. Sitting there trying to take a picture in a swarm of mosquitoes. Maybe we can get them all to pose with us, like a big swarm over our left shoulder next to the 1,000-mile marker. Who knows? It's 8:15. We've been walking for a bit. Haven't seen any like great views or anything like that. Haven't really done any recording. Just kind of been walking along. Lots of muddy spots. Lots of small creeks. A couple bigger ones, but we've been able to get across them on logs. So our feet are still dry-ish. I'm not exactly sure what I'm recording for y'all right now because this bug net kind of messes with my vision when the sun shines on it. This is what we walk through, often for miles at a time. No wonder the bugs are so bad. I didn't film any of it, but we were just out in this meadow and it was just standing water. Hollywood looked around and he goes, I guess we're just gonna have to do it. So we had to walk across the meadow in ankle deep water. And just is what it is today. We just stopped for water. And you guessed it, swarmed by millions of skeeters. But you know, I've been thinking, I don't want the day we hit 1,000 miles to be all negative. So I've been thinking, everything's temporary. The mosquitoes are temporary. You know, there for a while we were having so much wind and we wanted the wind to be gone. Now that the mosquitoes are here, I want the wind back. All this water on the ground is temporary. You know, in the desert we had none. So, I don't know, I guess there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. The pain, the misery is temporary. Unfortunately, so is the joy. But either way, just keep pushing forward. The bad stuff won't last forever. All right, we just stopped for a snack break. I didn't even realize we were at the top of Dorothy Lake Pass. I just looked far out and realized we were here. We've been hiking right at 3 hours. We've gone 7 miles. Not bad considering we just kind of been plugging along through all this water. We're about to hit some snow just on the other side of Hollywood. And then we get a long, steady down for several miles. Well, we're still under a few feet of snow up on Dorothy Lake Pass. There's the sign, the barely the top of it's coming out. It says it's the Hoover Wilderness in the Humboldt Toyab National Forest. So that's where we is. Well, everybody, we were walking along talking about life and almost blew right by this. Luckily, Hollywood saw it. You see that? See that? 1,000 miles. We've been standing here for a minute. We were talking about how, like, we just don't feel much. On the AT, I felt like every milestone, every 100 miles, like I just felt, I was emotional. Those of you that watch that know I cried a little too much at some of those, and I just don't feel anything other than mosquito bites. I don't know. This trail's beautiful, but it doesn't have my heart. Now that we're past the 1,000 mark, I realized there's a couple things I don't think I shared with you all yet. This morning, I got checked for a third time by a backcountry ranger. Wanted to see our permits and check it for bear cams. That's like 3 times. That's a little excessive, but whatever. Especially when some of the trail conditions aren't great. I feel like they should be paying people to do trail maintenance, not check permits. But whatever. The other thing, Dorothy Lake Pass, we're back where we were with all the snow. That was the end of Yosemite National Park. There were some signs. I showed you the one is showing we were entering the wilderness. There were others that were buried. I'm assuming one of them said leaving Yosemite. But we are no longer in Yosemite National Park. Our guide tells us that once you go on either side, either northbounders or southbounders, the scenery now becomes drastically different. So we're in just some pine forest right now, not drastically different from what we've been, but a little bit. It's definitely drier. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe that means we're done with walking through swamps. Probably not, though. All right, well past the actual 1,000 miles on our maps, there's a 1,000-mile post right here, which is really nice, right? But as we're walking up, Hollywood's pointing like with a smile. I thought it said food. And I was like really excited, like, where is there chips, a burger? What is there? Man, it is 12:30 p.m. and I'm sitting in my tent. We put our tents up at lunch because of the bugs, give us a little bit of respite, and I put mine in the sun because it was really, really wet from all the condensation or dew last night. So now I'm baking in here. From when I rolled the tent up this morning, there were some mosquitoes in here, I guess. There were like dead mosquitoes all over the top. But I'm ready to eat. I'm gonna have the rest of my salami and English muffins here and have a sandwich. And lunch is over. We got all our stuff packed up. I had both of them, the last 2 English muffins with salami I had. Glad we're going to town tomorrow because I ain't got a whole lot of food left, but I got enough. But for now, we still got a lot of walking in the day, so see you in a bit. I'm not so sure about this bridge. I think fording the water may have been safer. Let me show you. It's falling down on that side. You know, I survived. So the terrain has changed quite a bit. It wasn't exactly at Dorothy Lake Pass, but shortly past it. Everything's been much drier. There's still been plenty of water sources, but all of them we could easily hop over. So our feet are completely dry. The ground is dry. There's relatively few mosquitoes. There's a slight breeze. I mean, if the last night and this morning were hell, this may be heaven. how different these mountains look. It's 4:10. I'm gasping for air because I just did part of a climb. We're working on a 2,000 foot climb. All right, look at this. I'm stopped for a second, looking at this view. And on the other side of the view,
stellar view.
found DJ again.
Right on.
But he's camped right here. I think we're gonna go up to the top. They've kind of all scattered their group today, so.
Yeah, we're kind of all split up. But you guys are gonna go up there and catch up.
Look at this wind. I've been begging for wind all day.
Yeah, I know. Mosquitoes.
Yeah! All right, stopping to breathe again. Man, this camera makes it look like it's just right there. That's still several hundred feet above me, maybe even 1,000. We got some switchbacking to do. Looks like there could be some long snow traverses, but I'm guessing that the boot path has melted out, but we shall see. We still have our axes and stuff with us, so that's good. Now at the very bottom, it said there was no water. It's almost to town tomorrow. So I'm carrying a little over 4 liters. I think Hollywood may be even carrying 5. But there were 5 more streams down there. But now that we're up here, I don't think we're gonna see many streams. Okay, not the very last little one on the right. Actually, maybe both of those. You may be able to see where the trail goes through there. Anyway, right up there, we're gonna traverse that, maybe. We've come, I don't know, well over 1,000 feet up here. We've hit a point now where we are back to a snow traverse. I don't know how far it is. It looks like quite a ways, but hopefully it's dry right up on top. We just came up that right there. It looks like it drops off like straight down, because it does. Got to use the ice axe again. Maybe that may be the last time, if we're lucky. Wow, y'all, this day turned around. 1,000 mile day started out really bad. It has been freaking beautiful and a lovely afternoon. Okay, between wind gusts, my goodness. It feels really exposed up here. But my gosh, this is maybe the prettiest stuff we've seen yet. Way down there, that's probably 50, maybe even 2,000 feet or more down. There's a beautiful pond or lake. And I'm continuing making my way that way. I go back to the left a second. Big snow field. So I go across. Alright, we're set up a camp, and look at that, the tent door's open. No mosquitoes, just amazing breeze. We're up here on the top of this mountain, and we have a gorgeous view. We have plenty of water because we had to carry it up here. We caught up with Autumn, so she's up here with us, and then the rest of the group is back down that climb still. Today started out pretty bad, and then it got really great. So we hit the 1,000, and then we got out of Yosemite, and the bugs disappeared, and the ground is dry, and it's beautiful again. So yeah, that was the day. Like I said this morning, you know, everything has seasons, and the season of misery lasted about half the day. Now all is well, and I'm ready to eat. So that's a wrap. I've already said today started bad, ended good. That's all I got to say. And tomorrow we officially finish the Sierra. So have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.